Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling something pretty amazing, how blockchain is completely reinventing one of the oldest assets on the planet, gold. Yeah, we're talking about going from those heavy, clunky, physical bars to something totally weightless and digital. For centuries, investing in gold was, well, a bit of a hassle, right? You had to deal with actual physical bars and coins. It was slow, the entry costs were super high, you had to figure out where to store it safely, and forget about trading after hours. But a whole new way is popping up that just throws all that out the window. We're talking instant, fractional ownership, so anyone can get in on it, and you can trade it 24/7 anywhere in the world. Okay, so let's get right into it. The solution? It's called tokenized gold. And really, what it does is blend that timeless, rock-solid stability of gold with the crazy speed of digital finance. It's the best of both worlds. So what is this stuff exactly? Well, think of it like a digital claim check. Each token you own on the blockchain is a direct link to a specific piece of real, physical gold. And I mean the real deal. It's sitting in a super secure, insured vault, and it's audited. So your ownership, it just became digital, totally secure, and you can access it instantly. All right, so that all sounds great, but how does it actually work? I mean, how do you take a solid gold bar, a physical thing, and turn it into something you can hold in a digital wallet and trade in a split second? Well, it's actually a pretty neat five-step process. First, you've got to get the real, physical gold and lock it up in a secure, insured vault. Step one, done. Then, for every little bit of that gold, a digital token is created or minted on the blockchain. Now, this is the important part. Independent auditors are always checking to make sure there's a one-to-one match. No funny business. After that, these tokens can be bought and sold on digital exchanges. And hey, if you ever decide you want the actual physical gold, you can redeem your tokens for it, and the token gets burned, basically destroyed, to keep everything perfectly balanced. And the engine that makes this all run, it's something called a smart contract. The best way to think about it is like a super smart, totally automated rulebook. It's just code that runs itself on the blockchain, and it enforces all the rules without needing any middlemen. It handles everything, the minting, the burning, the trades, and guarantees it's all done by the book, every single time. Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting when you put them side by side. Just look at liquidity. Old school gold, slow to sell. Tokenized gold, instant, 24/7 trading. Or how about the minimum investment? You go from needing enough cash to buy a whole ounce or bar to being able to invest with literally just a few bucks. It is a total game changer, no question about it. So, you see all these advantages, right? The natural question is, what does it actually take to build one of these platforms? Something that can connect the old world of physical stuff with the new world of digital finance. Well, a really solid platform has to have a few core features, kind of like a recipe. You absolutely need that one-to-one gold backing. That's non-negotiable. Then you need live price feeds from the global markets. Of course, a super secure digital wallet for users is a must. And you can't forget about all the regulatory stuff, like identity verification, to keep everything safe and above board. All those pieces have to work together perfectly. And, as you can probably guess, building something this complex isn't exactly a weekend project. It takes a serious investment in tech, in security, and in navigating all the legal hoops to make sure it's done right. So the million-dollar question, or maybe the $70,000 question, is what's the actual price tag on building this thing? Yeah, the cost can really range. For just a basic version, what we'd call an MVP, you might be starting around 70,000 bucks. If you want a mid-level platform with all the main features, you're probably looking at over 100 grand. And if you go all out with a full-fledged system that even plugs into DeFi, you could easily be pushing $150,000 or even more. But here's why that investment is so worth it. Check this out. Despite that upfront cost, the tech itself is incredibly efficient. A study by PwC found that blockchain can cut transaction costs by, get this, up to 70% compared to the old way of doing things. That's a massive saving, and it makes the whole market work better for everyone involved. So when you combine that crazy efficiency with this new level of accessibility, well, you get an explosion. We're seeing absolutely incredible growth. It's really causing a huge shift in how people, especially younger investors, think about and even use gold. And I'm not kidding when I say exploded. The total market for tokenized gold has already blown past $2 billion. That's billion with a B.
and it's still climbing fast as more and more people catch on.
And what's so cool about this is that it's not just for the big Wall Street players. It's really opening up the game for everyone. A study from Deloitte found that it's driving a 30% jump in market engagement. And who's jumping in? It's younger folks and investors in emerging markets, people who were pretty much locked out before. You've got pioneers in this space like Pax Gold and Tether Gold leading the way. But the really wild part is that it doesn't just stop at buying and holding. You can take these gold tokens and plug them into the world of decentralized finance, or DeFi. Think of DeFi as a whole new financial system being built on the blockchain. And what that means is you can actually make your gold work for you. You can earn interest on it, or even use it as collateral to get a loan. How cool is that? Now, in case you're thinking this is just some niche crypto thing, listen to this. That quote, it's from Mark Bristow, the CEO of Barrick Gold. We're talking about one of the biggest gold mining companies on the entire planet. Even the top dogs in the traditional industry see that blockchain is the key. It's how gold evolves from just being a pretty decoration or a store of value into a real, usable currency for everyone. So when you boil it all down, the takeaway is actually pretty simple. By turning a physical metal into lines of digital code, we've made gold more liquid, more accessible, and more transparent than it has ever been in thousands of years. It's like we're finally unlocking its full potential for the 21st century. And all of this really leaves us with one big provocative question. If we can do this with gold, an ancient physical asset, and totally reinvent it with just some code, what's next? Think about it. Your house, that priceless piece of art in a museum, the line between the physical and digital worlds is getting blurrier every day. And honestly, the possibilities are just starting to open up.